Clayton, give him a hand, guys. Bring him up here. Oh.
Thank you. Everybody give a round of applause for Moe. Didn't she do great tonight? I love when Moe comes here. It's the only time I can see her hold something long and black up to her mouth without paying with my credit card first. I don't really have the shaved vagina problem. I don't know if you could guess that from my look. I don't. I am not circumcised, so that kind of poses the same type of problem. I don't know if you guys know this. Most ladies don't like a dick that looks like it's wearing a turban. Thank you to my parents, by the way, and their infinite wisdom for that. I don't want to cut any of you women off, though. If you do like a penis that looks like a Bosnian war criminal, the line starts right over here. I'll take your number after my set. A couple of people have asked me, have you thought of getting anything done with that? And I'm like, you mean get it circumcised now? Are you out of your goddamn mind? I'm not taking a knife to that shit at 27 years old. However, I have considered getting it hemmed. So that way, if it goes out of style, I can pull the string out and roll it back down. So anyway, let's move on to a couple of cheery topics. Casey Anthony, everybody, how is that going? I think she's getting kind of a hard rap. Everybody wants to vilify her, but I think, you know, you gotta give her the benefit of the doubt. She couldn't find a babysitter, and she had a party she had to get to. She really took the only option she could. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of people also vilify her because they're like, oh, she buried her baby in the woods. Well, what the fuck are you gonna do when it's dead? Jesus Christ! It's a 2-year-old, it's gonna smell after a while. And quite frankly, she's not gonna like take it to the local taxidermist. Nobody's gonna really be interested in seeing a 2-year-old going like this. That's a crowd pleaser. I'm glad to help you guys out with that one. Yeah, you're a father? Yeah. Oh, well then you're gonna love this next one. I'm a big proponent of abortion. I think it's a very, very helpful situation, but I don't have the typical view on abortion that most people have. Most people are either pro-life or they're pro-choice. I kind of stand in the middle. I think you should be able to have an abortion between the ages of 3 and 17. Because quite frankly, you can't know if the kid's going to be a little shit until he's had some time to grow. I really think the best thing that could happen is for parents is if you had a formaldehyde jar right next to you, and if the kid starts acting up, you can go, listen, there's other options, fucker. And then when they get in their teen years, it's going to be a blast. They'll text you and go, I don't want to come home at 10:30. That's too early of a curfew. And then you can go, haha, get in the fucking jar. LOL, smiley face. So, I don't always have the best luck with women. I've actually had quite a few relationships, but they've gone on and off. Yeah, that's not my fucking punchline yet. I got in my last relationship a year ago, and actually for the entire last year we were together, we did not fuck one time. It was basically like being a fat kid in a pastry shop, but having the keys lost to the bake case. It was torment. The closest that we ever got was one night, I kind of nudged her to the side and looked at her and said, like, listen, one of us is going to be in the fucking 6 o'clock news if something doesn't get rolling right away. Can we kind of start something here? And she said, just take care of yourself. And she's basically meaning that I should just sit there and jerk off while she goes to sleep. And that's just a complete lack of dignity and self-respect on my part, and I'm not that kind of person. So I started jerking off about 5 seconds later, and I'm sitting in the corner there going, god damn it, what is my fucking life coming to? And then I notice she sees that I'm having fun, and at this point in her life, the idea of me having fun is a complete slight against everything that our relationship represents. So she pulls out her vibrator, and she starts fucking herself with it. And at this point, I'm like, no, that's not gonna fucking fly. You're not gonna come before me, so I start jerking off faster. Now I realize that we're racing to see who can finish masturbating first. And I would like to say that that was just a momentary lapse in my sex life. We did it 6 fucking times. And I got really into it, too, as a race. I got my equipment checked every week. I made sure there were no leaks. And then after I got really, really into it as a race, I painted a number 3 on my dick and slammed it into a wall. Wow! So, I'm really, really glad that gay marriage got legalized in New York this week. That was awesome news to hear. I'm sure one group that was pissed about it is the Westboro Baptist Church. I'm sure you guys know them. They're the God hates fags assholes that have to cause problem for every gay person in the country. I did hear a very interesting story about them, though. There's a pastor named Mark Driscoll, who's pretty well known in the religious circles, and he said we should stop trying to attack Westboro Baptists for their intolerance and greet them with love. And his idea was to bring them donuts whenever they're picketing anywhere. Which I thought seemed kind of like a nice gesture, but then I thought, what if we find out that donuts are actually the cure to homophobia this entire time? Like you have some redneck guy going, oh, Jesus, I really want to bash a fag in the head with a baseball bat, but these Bavarian cream donuts are exquisite. Hand me that fishnet shirt and a cock sock. We're going to a Lady Gaga concert. Rah, 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 rah. And now this is a shorter set, but I want to go ahead and close out with something else. I've lost 63 pounds in the last year. Don't cheer that. Don't cheer that. When somebody finally finds the dignity to not want to be a fat fuck, that's not an accomplishment. That's finally having a realization. But, thank you. Thank you. That's the fat people in the audience. Thank you. But I also learned that my ex-girlfriend, the first woman that I ever loved, gained 100 pounds. Which might be the greatest sentence that I have ever uttered in my fucking life. Hearing that was like watching two unicorns fuck and then coming a rainbow. It was literally ecstasy I cannot describe. And I told my mother this, and she was like, you shouldn't say that. What would Jesus say about that? And I'm like, I'll tell you what Jesus would say. Jesus never had a girlfriend, and he was never married. If he had to be with that bitch, he would have put himself on the cross. He literally would have been on trial in front of Pilate, and Pilate would have been like, Jesus, you're accused of blasphemy. And on the left, my ex would be like, hurry up. You need to be found innocent so you can come home and come back to me. And he would have been, guilty! I'm fucking guilty! Get me down! Somebody get the other arm! I need to get the fuck out of here because I cannot go home with that soul-sucking bitch! Anyway, I have a Sunday school retreat I have to get to, so I'll bring